Hello everybody, my name is Sonia Sanchez, and today I will be extending the affirmative side that the death penalty should be extensively utilized in the U.S. because one of our claims was that the death penalty is a useful tool for social stability. 2, the death penalty is not utilized in which life without possibility of parole is imposed, ideally affecting the U.S. financially. And 3, not only should the current anti-death penalty states apply it, but other countries should as well. I want to start off with my first claim that the death penalty is a useful tool for social stability because the death penalty is a fair retribution for heinous crimes. For example, the death penalty should and only be applied for murders, which include the obvious murder, rape, and criminal crimes and offenses. The U.S. should not let murderers continue to live a life in prison with 3 meals a day, family visits, and cable TV. Instead, it should implement harsh punishment that include retribution, deterrence, and reform. Although we acknowledge that the victim or victim's family cannot be restored to the status which preceded the murder, at least an execution will bring closure to the crime and will ensure that the devious person will no longer have the possibility of healing again. The death penalty will deter future crime. A 2002 study shows that the number one thing that a human is afraid of is death itself, which brings me to say that applying the death penalty can only be beneficial to society and getting rid of the murderers we keep in jail. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon said that society has always used punishment to discourage criminals from unlawful action. Since society has the highest interest in preventing murders, it should use the strongest punishment available to deter crime, and which will be the death penalty. If murderers are sentenced to death, and executed potential murderers will think twice before killing for fear of losing their own lives. Now, going to my second claim is that the death penalty is not extensively utilized in the United States. This brings me to show that the implementation of the death penalty would cost less than life without parole. The Justice for All criminal justice group says that life without parole will cost us $2 to $3 million per sentence. Life without parole does not guarantee. Also, that life without parole does not guarantee that the murderers will murder again while being in jail. This costing another life, even one that belongs to the guard. For example, prison officer Jason Palmer was killed by an inmate that refused to stand down when asked to. And this just happened last year within 2010 in South Carolina. Ruby Longsworth of Pasadena, Texas, met Jeffrey Barney through a prison ministry, then helped him get paroled from an auto theft sentence. Her kindness was repaid with Barney raped and sodomized her, then strangled her with her own cord. She made the mistake of calling Barney a bum after she had gotten to know him better. Once again, I would like to repeat that life in prison will not guarantee much safety. In fact, for every time the death penalty is implemented, 16 lives are saved. I found this information actually an anti-death penalty website called the Death Penalty Information Center that only focuses on banning the death penalty. Which goes to show if both sides really do end up agreeing, we can agree that if you implement the death penalty, at least 16 lives would be saved for each murder that is killed. And going on to my third claim, implementation of the death penalty and the anti-death penalty states would benefit the U.S., which my first claim is that the death penalty allows prisons more capacity for those who commit less odious crimes so that they can rehabilitate themselves. A study done in 2002 at KentuckyPrisonSystems.com shows that the overcrowded jails need space. In order to have a reasonable amount of space, many prisons are considering self-judgment and applying the death penalty. Once again, overall, extensively using the death penalty will benefit the economy, help deter murder, and make sure that these murderers don't commit any crime. Thank you.
Today, in modern